Hi, I'm James Warren from OA Systems, and as we're currently in a situation where there's the spread of COVID-19, I thought I'd make a video where I would show you some of the tools available from Microsoft that you can use to manage information capture and what audiences they're designed for and how they can be used. So you'll see here I'm based out of New Zealand, and I've gone onto the New Zealand Ministry of Health website. And I've found that they have a case notification form. So if I pop that form up, you'll see what it is at the moment. It is a Word document where they have a series of questions that they would like the answers for. And what you have to do is fill that form out, basically email it off to the correct address. And from my perspective, that does introduce possible points of failure. And a lack of reporting on the response immediately. So we're going to show you where we could use a suggestion in a scenario like this. So I am working with Office 365, and what I'll be showing you today can work in both Dynamics, PowerApps, FormsPro. So those are the areas we're working in, and each of them can be interrelated. So if we come in here, this, if you're familiar with the layout of Dynamics 365, or it was known as Dynamics CRM, you should recognize this layout, but this is actually a PowerApp, as you can see over here. And what I've done is created a form where you can capture that same information that you could see on that Word document. So you'll see you come in and you can fill in the date, and what we're going to do here is we're going to put in the Monday case. That's actually Tuesday I put the date in for, so let's go say that that was a Monday case we discovered, and I'll save that, and you'll see what that will do is that we'll put it into our list over here. The good thing about using this tool set is you can, inside the product, do charting. So what I've done is I've gone and created a cases by day notification, and even though I put that in as a Monday case, because I put it in today, this was the day it's identified, and you'll see it's created on. You could shift that over to the date field on the form, but that's a way of tracking the community spread and getting visibility. So that's very simple, no complexity, but what we can do is run workflows in the background and use Power Automate to create that email or Word document that's in the Ministry of Health website, and send that on through to the correct address automatically without anyone having to do that once they've submitted that document. The next one I'm going to jump to here is a canvas-driven PowerApp. So this is essentially the same backend but with a different user interface. This is for people to download an app onto their phones or tablets so they can quickly pull it up. Fill in those same details, and if I go here, we'll do Tuesday case. There we go. And what I've done is you can scroll through and fill in all the information they're required, and then I've got a submit button down here, and you'll see when I hit that button, that sent that through, and we'll check when I've come to the end. So you have a bit more design layout. You can put in some more details around that. Both of these apps are designed to be accessed by people who are members of your team. So they will have a license for either Dynamics or PowerApps, and with those licenses they can add that information back into the database. If you have a community portal where you need people who aren't members of your team to be able to put the information in, you'll see what I've done is I've taken that same back-end form with the fields, and I've created this website, and you'll see what we've got here. Sorry, I didn't realize I've put that icon too low, but once again we can go put in the dates here, and I will put in a Saturday case. And once again we can go and go through here. What I've got is capture so that you can make sure you're not getting junk data coming through. Hopefully I got that code right. No, I got the code wrong. Let's do that again very quickly. So you'll see it does have conditions to stop, and it does tell you your submissions come through correctly. So that is designed if you have external members of the community and you want to be able to put up a portal where they can come in and fill in that information. But that's not the last and only way that you can do that. What I've done here is I've used Forms or FormsPro if you're working with Dynamics to be able to capture the data back. And this is where you have much more design capability around laying out the questions. But once you have created these, you'll see if I come in here and go into the share option, that allows you to create a link to be able to send to people, or you can embed that in a website. So if you have a place like the link I showed you on the Ministry of Health form, instead of putting that hyperlink to a Word document, what you could do is put the hyperlink to this record here. It will capture that data the same way it did before into the database, and we can then once again send that off to the relevant person who can look at that. So as you'll see, what we've got there is 4 different models of being able to capture data, 4 different audience types. All of your audience types who are internally licensed users can use any of these models to fill in the information. But if you have people who are outside of your organization that you need to get this from, and you do need to get data into a centralized place, that is where both the website and also the form survey functionality come in really well. Also, you'll see we have branching options, and we can notify an internal member of the team when somebody has sent the information in via this method, and also it can send a message to them to say that they've sent it correctly. So as I said, very quick look today at some of the Microsoft tools that can be easily and quickly configured for you to be able to capture information. And as things are being introduced, it helps you to centralize them and to be able to report on them. And the one last thing I'll do here is I'll just jump back to this view and refresh it. And what you'll see if you look through here, you can see those other cases I've added in here. And if I do this, you'll see, unfortunately, we've got a bump in the number of cases that have been entered. So we can go a lot further than that, and you can do a lot more with automation, but I think there are a number of organizations out there right now who may be being asked to very quickly put together tools to be able to capture information, and this should be an interesting set for you to be able to work with. Please get in touch with myself or the team at OA Systems to be able to build some of these tools for you quickly and easily. The first thing I'd ask is if you have a standard format, such as a Word document, Excel spreadsheet, or something like that, that's the first thing you want to lead with. Those requirements around what you need to be able to quickly drill down to be able to get them into this sort of capacity. The other thing I'd say is keep your team safe and look after yourself. And I'll keep making videos like this that hopefully put some useful tools in front of you.